o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. You from the back of the... I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that. You from the back of the... I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. And that's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stanley. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taken in at the 22. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here we go. Waiting! Lion!
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Off the play fake. Stanley. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanley throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Operating from the gun, Stanley, and that is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They fake the give. Now Wentz looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Stanley drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone. Hey.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Go. Lady!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey! Here we go. 120!
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Aguilar over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Lefty.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Four down, check. Here we go. 120. Mike by 5.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Set. 280. 55. Right there, in the middle, 55. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communicate.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. On 1st down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. David Irving able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Wentz again. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Here we go.
Into the red zone. Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Wentz to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fairly back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And the kick by Elliott is good. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's goes up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Cowboys have recovered. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. Stanley. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Stanley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wentz to throw on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Let's go. Great.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's coming. Good chip. Hey, stat.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Sunday. Hey, we're good.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now Wentz. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Play action. Stanley throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Stanley. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Stanley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Black. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They get it to him running left, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing to start the drive. Stanley. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Stanley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Gone! 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 Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Stanley going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Good chip.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down.
Ram, ram, ram. 81, 81.
On play action, Wentz. Off hit as he throws there, incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Back to throw. Dallas Goedert is tied in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
He'll look to throw. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll go on the ground. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. No problem there on the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Dallas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll have a